Okay, we are live here. Let me put a little light on me. There we go. Okay, excellent. Well, greetings, everybody, and welcome to the Martial Arts History Museum. Is this backwards? I don't know, maybe. I'm not sure if you're seated backwards, but I'm seated backwards. Anyway, greetings, everybody, and welcome to the Martial Arts History Museum. My name is Michael Matsuda. I'm president and founder of the museum, and thank you all for tuning in. We do our broadcast here periodically. We do it sometimes both Facebook and YouTube. And right now, we're just doing it strictly on YouTube. So, but we'll put this on Facebook for everybody to enjoy. So, what is going on? What's happening? What's new at the Martial Arts History Museum? Well, a couple of things. Is in case you didn't know, we are scheduling Dragon Fest for 2022. We had gone through the process of working with the city of Burbank. Great city, wonderful city, beautiful council people, wonderful mayor, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful city. And we're working with a tourism committee, and we met with them, and they denied us funding. They give us funding every year for Dragon Fest, which is great. You know, the whole goal is to bring in hotel rooms and people to visit Burbank, which we do. Every year. We bring it in, and some reason they have decided to deny us because we aren't bringing in enough money for them. I don't know why, but just want to say I have some wonderful people working behind the scenes, and we were able to appeal their decision, and just amazing people. I want to say thank you to the mayor of Burbank and many other people, and the Japanese consul and many other people who are behind the scenes and working with us. So they're going to, instead of denying us, they're going to go ahead and have a further discussion. So we're going to have another meeting with the tourism committee and see if they will still provide the funding. So that's a big yay on that. I want to say thank you to so many people involved with that, and hopefully we can get some funding. We just need funding for the Dragon Fest. They're not cheap to put on. I can tell you that. You know, renting the convention center and the pipe and drape. You know, the pipe and drape alone was more. Last time was more than than the convention center itself. So anyway, Robert, thank you for watching. Robert McCullough. So thank you so much. So that's why we had to buy the pipe and drape and all that. So it is very expensive to rent these places out. It really is, and I don't wish anybody to do that. You know, you're thinking of throwing a convention, don't do it. It is so expensive to put on. It really is. And when we get sponsorships like the Burbank Hospitality Committee, that really helps us out a lot. So it allows us to put it on. We don't make a ton from it. We really don't. You know, we're not millionaires or anywhere even close to that. But at least we make a little bit to help the museum. Not a lot, but a little bit to help the museum. And but we do bring in people to Burbank. It's a great event. Everybody enjoys it. It's a lot of fun. It's a big reunion. It's vendors coming in, and we're having classes and all that. It's a great, it's a great thing for the whole martial arts community to have Dragon Fest. And I think it should continue. Especially, we use it to introduce people to Japanese culture and other Asian cultures as well. We especially, because I am part of the Japanese Community Center and the Japanese community, I bring in more Japanese themed performances on stage, people I grew up with, at the community center, and it's nice to have them there on stage and just keep that little connection there. So it's kind of cool. So we had kimono dance, we have taiko drums, we have a lot of stuff like that, and we'll still have that coming up. And we just want to say thank you to the Japanese consulate as well. Just wonderful people, and we appreciate that very much. Sensei Emmett saying good evening after midnight here. Wow. Just popped in to say hello to everyone before bed. There you go, Sensei Emmett. Thank you for watching, my friend. Sensei Emmett's got a great show. Be sure to watch his show as well. So anyway, thank you, my friend. I know it's it's late over there on the other side of the world. Oh, I know. So anyway, so that's what's happening with Dragon Fest. So let's cross our fingers. Let's hope it works out. Our date is still August 27th and 28th, 2-day event right now. Do not, and I say this without hesitation, do not book your hotel. Do not book your vacation. Don't book anything. till we hear what's going on, okay? Till we get a confirmation on sponsorship and all that. So don't do anything, because with COVID over here in California, they're crazy over here on COVID. They're COVID crazy. And first they close us down, then they open us, then they close us, then they open us. So who knows what's going to happen? They're going to milk this thing forever. So let's just be a tentative. August 27th, 28th. If the city won't fund us and won't help us, we will just look for another city to host it in, and then we would change the date. We'll move it up more if that happens, because the committee asked us to put it at the end of the month, because that's the least amount of people that come to the area and get hotel rooms. So that's what we did. We went to comply with them. But if they're not going to sponsor us at all, we're just going to move it up into summer. And then that way people can come during the summer on that, and we'll change the date. So everything's tentative, guys. Everything's tentative. So anyway, Ronan913, thank you for tuning in. I don't remember who that is. I can't. It doesn't say the name of it. It just says your name. But whoever it is, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that very much. So anyway, that's what's happening with Dragon Fest. We'll see. Everything's by year right now. We'll see what's going to happen. See if they're going to fund us and sponsor us. It'd be great if they do. I would love to stay here in Burbank. I love Burbank. It's a great city. Again, great council. And Chris Willis, thank you, Chris, for tuning in. It's a great place, and I'd love to keep everything here in Burbank. That's my goal, to do that, to keep the museum and Dragon Fest and everything here in Burbank. So we'll see what happens. We are working again with Laura Friedman. Let's hope that goes through in a whole different situation of providing funding for a series of classes that we're going to do. And hopefully that'll come through as well. So we're applying for a lot of stuff as we go along. So anyway, Robert McCullough, are you doing another donation page? I will spread the word. Yes, we are. Yes, we're going to do a project specific page. That's what we're going to do. And what it is I'll tell you now, everybody. We have been, just by the way, sorry, don't mean to get off track. I'm going to write that down now, right now, donation page, because if I don't write it down, I'm going to lose track. That's what happens when you hit 95, donation page. Okay, two other things are happening. Okay, coming this Sunday, the great people from the Boy Scouts, the Eagle Scouts, are coming here to the museum, and they did a fundraiser to revamp our front area. Our front area is horrible, and for design-wise, and they have volunteer their time. All the Eagle Scouts are coming, and they went ahead and did a fundraiser, raised a couple thousand, and they're going to, a whole bunch of them are going to be here this Sunday on revamping the front of the museum. So that's very nice of them. So how cool is that? They did a fundraiser for that and raised funds for that. So that's wonderful. So thank you for doing that. Now, on that note, in the back area here at the museum, that's our auditorium, and it's an outdoor auditorium with canopy and all that. And when we honor somebody, we bring out the TVs, because we show the video of them and all that, okay, on the TVs. There are two TVs hooked up together. They're about maybe a 45-inch, something like that, TV, okay? And that's what we have. And they simultaneous broadcast so the audience can see it. So two TVs and a stage in the center. Works out really good. Now, one of the TVs came out. It's been 2 years. No, we've had it 4 years now. 4 years, and it does happen. And one of the TVs did come out. You think these TVs would last forever, but they don't, They don't. So we're going to raise funds to, what we did is the TV went out. So we got a small little TV, because that's what we had in storage. A little weensy TV. It's only about this big, and we put it on the pedestal thing. So now you have one big screen and one little TV. So we're going to put a fundraiser to raise funds to purchase the. I think it's a 40-inch. 40-inch. I'm not sure. I'm going to measure it, and that way we can have the two TVs again, instead of one 40-inch TV and a 18-inch TV. I know the audience could barely see it. They have to put their magnifying glasses or their telescope so they can see what's on the screen. So we're trying to raise funds. Our event is coming on the 16th, the first event. So we're going to run a 1 week of fundraiser to try to raise funds to replace the TV that went out. Okay, so I'm going to be putting that up probably today, probably tomorrow, and let it go for about a week and a half, and we'll raise. I don't know how much it costs. I'm going to research it now, and it's probably like $1,000 today, or maybe even less. I don't know the prices of TVs. You know, they keep changing, and the size keeps changing. But we don't need the big one. We don't need a huge one. We don't need a huge one. We need a one to match what the other one is. Okay, that way we have both of them matching again, and that'll look very nice. So anyway, we're gonna. And I know Rona says it seems like things don't last anymore. I know, you know, and they're not even repairable. You know, they can't even repair them. It's cheaper to get a new one than repair it. You know, that's the thing now. You know, I don't know why they make them so cheap, but that's what they do. It's cheaper to do it, to get a new one than repair it. It is. You know, it's like buying insurance on the TV. What do you need to buy insurance? The insurance costs almost as much as the TV sometimes. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to put another fundraiser probably tomorrow on raising funds for the TV. So thank you for pointing that out, Robert. I appreciate that very much. So we're going to look good. It's going to look good. We picked up two mannequins, slightly used, got them at a fantastic price from a little old lady that was getting rid of her little store. And we connected, and we got two mannequins for a very cheap price that we're going to have here in the museum. You know, we always need mannequins for different things. And we are building, and well, we just built a nice pedestal, and we need an acrylic box and all that. And then the mannequin goes in the acrylic box. And that way we put different uniforms on here. So the reason I bring that up, the reason I know I'm going all over the place, the reason I bring that up is we're going to revamp an area here in the museum. Where the magazines are. You know, I love the magazines, I really do, and all of us who do martial arts love the magazines. But most of the people who don't do martial arts just glance at the magazines and then walk by. You know, that's all they do. They don't even pay attention. And I said, okay, we got to do something else. So what I'm going to do is two things. At the very top of where the magazines are, if you've been in the museum, you know what I'm talking about. There's a big wall of magazines, okay, just covers. At the very top, what I'm going to do is kind of put that up there in a way. I'm going to do a historical timeline of magazines in America and also in the UK. And I'm going to put a timeline of the magazines and at the top area, okay? And then I'm going to eventually remove all those magazines, and that area will be our rotating exhibit area. So let's say we're going to honor somebody. Well, we're making that new case, and to put their uniform in for that day, we're honoring them, or that month, or that week. Or let's say we're doing an exhibit on Enter the Dragon, and we get Bruce Lee's top, and we'll put it in the case and put that for a week or a month, or whatever. So we're going to interchange that little area, that whole wall, to be our new exhibit area. So that way we can put new stuff in there and change it all the time and says, oh, look at today we have the Karate Kid outfit, you know, or we have Kung Pao movie outfit for this month, or you know, whatever we got on there. We're going to highlight that, you know, or on a person. We said Ben Ukida's belts are on display this week or something like that. So that's what we're going to do in our exhibit area, in our media area. We're going to kind of revamp the area. There's not much of revamping. All it is putting a new wall, and then we got the podiums, and then now we got the mannequins, and that's going to go there. So that's going to look pretty good. And I think it's nice to have a rotating exhibit there, you know, something different so people can see and be a part of, and you know, something, you know, from a bygone era. You know, this was the item I used in Hercules, or this was the sword from you know, Shang-Chi, or something like that. This is the uniform he wore, and we'll have it on loan for a little while. So that'll be pretty nice. So we're working on that now, and I'm just getting the cases done. and all that now. So that's going to be pretty nice when we have that done. So that's trying to think of exciting things to do at the museum to keep bringing people back. Right now, it is very slow, because of COVID. And over here in California, they made this new rule for people who go to restaurants. I'm not sure who it affects, because over here the information's all over the place. I don't even know what's right or who sends it out or what. I have no idea what's going on. But for some places, they're making them have their COVID testing thing, you know what I mean? For some places, and some places not. And so I have no idea what's going on. And so it's all over the place here. So I think people are kind of afraid to go places. And so the museum's been very slow this past last weekend, and right now it's been pretty slow. So hopefully that'll pick up, and that way people can come visit the museum. But yeah, everything's all over the place here in California. There's just no idea. We don't know where to look. We have no idea where to look. The county's all over the place. The city's all over the place. The state's all over the place. And nobody knows what's going on. And we have no way of finding out information. And so it's just, so that's why everything is up in the air. When I say, don't get your tickets for Dragon Fest yet, everything's up in the air. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. And hopefully things will move forward and we get people to visit the museum. We are also putting a new thing, in case you didn't notice, okay, on our website, mamuseum.com. We put a new selection in our store. Now, we have made Etsy to become our store. We used to have Amazon as our main store for our videos and stuff, but Amazon isn't making the videos anymore, so they took off all our videos in there, and we said, oh no, we need a place to put the videos. So that's what we did. We used Etsy, etsy.com, and all our videos and our caps are on there. Okay, that's great. It's wonderful. If you go to the museum page and click on, you're going to see museum store. Okay, and that's it at Etsy. But we also started a new thing, and I was part of this before, and I just forgive me for not following through. We want to be part of the affiliate program for Amazon, and we are part of it. And so I said, okay, let's do that a little bit more. So if you notice on link in the same place where it clicks store, it used to go right to Etsy. Well, now it goes to two pull downs, the museum store and the Amazon store. So what the Amazon store is, I'm putting a bunch of Asian themed items on there from Amazon, special items that Amazon has given me links for. And these are different items of Japanese jewelry, Chinese jewelry, all that, and other stuff, maybe Bruce Lee jewelry and different things like that. Maybe not just jewelry, but other stuff like that. So I'm putting that on Amazon. If you use that link to go and shop on Amazon, they give us a little credit, which is great. So it's not much credit, but Amazon will give us a little funds for it for anybody who buys those products or links from that product to somewhere on Amazon. So that's very nice of Amazon to do that. That's very cool of them. We won't make a lot of money, but a little something. It's a little something, and little somethings add up. Little somethings add up. What else? So that's just launched. It's on there. I've only got a few things on there, but it's just launched right now. So we're working on that and getting more of that up there. I am also currently working on the Ernie Reyes DVD. I'm halfway through with it. I'm trying to get it done by next week, but there's so many obstacles along the way, because I got to put out this fire and this and that, and you know how it is. So anyway, I'm trying my best to get to it today, and I'll try to work on that and try to get it out next week. So the Ernie Reyes biography, and that's going to be pretty cool for everybody to enjoy. And I know Ernie Reyes Sr. is going to enjoy that as well. So I'm really working on that. My apologies to you, Sensei Ernie Reyes. I'll get it out as soon as I can. I know we shot it a few months ago, but life has gotten in the way. So anyway, speaking of life, in case you didn't notice on YouTube, we've been putting more stuff on YouTube. We're getting a little low on the viewing. So if you don't mind viewing it a little bit more, that'd be great. Our revenue went up here. not much, like 200. And then, but now it's back down to like 100. So we got to get it back up there a little bit. So if you guys can watch our YouTube a little bit more, that'll be wonderful. We appreciate that very much. And don't forget to watch the ads. Watch the ads. I don't know if you click on the ad if it does more or not, but be sure to watch the entire ad. So, and then the longer you can watch it, the better. That helps us out. So I'm trying to put new stuff, different stuff. I just put something on Kyoryo Wong for a Tai Chi video that we have. And I'm trying to put other creative stuff on there while I get the biographies done, and I'll put that on there when it's done as well. I want to say thank you to you Patreon members who come aboard. And being a part of Patreon, that's very nice of you. We're doing our best to provide additional stuff for Patreon, and we'll do that. So thank you, everybody, very much for being part of that. That's very cool of you. Let's see what else. Yes, we have new Hello Kitty buttons. Yes, we do. Hold on. I'm going to show it to you right now. So give me 2 seconds. I'm going to get them right now. Okay, thank you everybody for waiting. Okay, this is what we're cool. We got some great Hello Kitty. If you like Hello Kitty, we got some cool ones for you. So if you like martial arts and you like Asian culture, you're gonna love these. Yeah, you're gonna love these, I gotta tell you. So here it is. This is our button pack. And this is our Hello Kitty. Look at this one looks like Bruce Lee, and this one looks like a ninja. It's all martial arts themed, an Asian thing. This is Filipino, Japanese one, and Okinawa, I think, one. And a sumo. Look at that sumo one. That's pretty funny. So that's one of them. And then we have this one, okay? And this is a Karate Kid, a ninja, and a few others. Korean one on here. So that's pretty nice. And these are on Etsy right now. I'm putting a few more on Etsy, so be sure to watch for that. This is a Okinawa style right here. This is a Japanese style, and this is a Hawaiian style, and I think Japanese, I think, as well, and Chinese one. And this is, I think, a Thailand or Vietnam. I think this is Vietnam, that one right there. Okay. And then here's another one. This one has the Middle East, Asia, India, and I think this one Japan, and this one is from the Philippines, and yeah, I think that's what it is. And then I got like one of those Naruto, I think it is, right? One of those. And here's our last one. This is a new one as well. This is pretty cool. This has Okinawa, right there is Okinawa, and a different Chinese one. And I think this is Malaysia. I think it's Malaysia. And this is Japanese. And I think that's Okinawan as well. And I'm not sure what this one is. This was, I think that's India. Yeah, oh yeah, that is India right there. So that's what we're doing. So we got now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different Hello Kitty style buttons. That's kind of cool. I'm putting in them on Etsy. I think I've got most of them up there. I don't have them all up there, but I will have them all pretty soon. So I'm trying to get that all on Etsy for everybody to enjoy. So it's kind of cool. Ronan says, will do. Thank you very much. Oh, Robert says, more YouTube. No worries. Thank you very much. Very cool. Yeah, very good. Okay, and I think that's it. We have, okay, how about Martial Arts Museum shorts? Rob McCullough says, how about some Martial Arts History Museum shorts? There you go. You know, we tried a lot of things in the past. We even had a Martial Arts History Museum thong. Didn't sell. We've tried a lot of stuff. We really have. We've tried the cups. We've tried the glasses. We try everything. And we try it for like a year. We don't just try it for a few months. We try it for like a year or longer. And when they don't sell, we just don't get any more of those. These have been selling. So we're happy to do these. And but the other stuff, and the caps have been selling. So we were going with the things that really sell the most and help us out to help out the museum. So that's what we're trying to focus on, those things right now. Mhm. So nice idea though. The dog is pushing. We had boxer shorts with the museum logo, but nobody bought them. I didn't even get them. But we try different things. You know, we have pins, we have little buttons, we have you name it. We have tried it galore. But the ones that sell have been the hats, the Hello Kitty and style buttons, and the T-shirts. T-shirts don't sell as much as the hats. The hats is our big seller. People enjoy hats and they like to wear hats. It's a great form of advertising for us. So if you have a picture of you in a hat, please send it to me. I truly appreciate that. They're very, very nice. Oh, Robert McCullough says even badges would sell. Yes, we do these, the museum ones. We do put them on badges. We give these kind of buttons. We give these free. Okay, these buttons free to anybody who comes in the door. They're very cheap because we order them in bulk. You know, thankfully, there's wonderful people at the people that we deal with. They're printing these things. I know them for a long time. I was a printer for many, many years, and I got to know the industry for quite a while. And they make these things like this for very cheap for us, and that's pretty cool. So they do that for us, and it's very nice. So it's so cheap that we give them away to our visitors, all the kids and all that. That way they put them in the backpack and things like that, and you know, show off the museum, which is pretty good. Let's see. My old guru had a thong on Cafe Press. Someone's talking about that's where we had it, the thong on Cafe Press. You know, we tried Cafe Press for a long time and never helped us out at all. We never got one sale with Cafe Press, nothing at all. So Etsy has been pretty good with us. I enjoy it. We don't sell a lot. We don't, but we sell a little bit. So we're trying to push it out there even more. So we're still putting more and more products on Etsy. So we're getting that going. We're getting that going. Now, we also have, before I go, one very exciting item. Let me get it right now. So hold on. Let me get that real quick. Okay. This is a very cool item. Okay, this is a book about Lua from Olohe Solomon Kaiwalo. A Solomon, was a dear, dear, dear friend of mine. Just a dear friend, just a wonderful man. I cannot say enough. He's been there to support me all the time, and I just cannot say enough great things about this gentleman. The Hawaiian section is named after him. This is a book that he put out a long time ago, and he made many, many copies, and he's been selling them over the years. Now, he passed away a couple years ago, but and I'm thrilled we had a day to honor him here, which was nice. He gave me 10 books back then, years ago, to go ahead and sell to help the museum. That's very nice of him. But we really didn't have a store at the time when he gave it to me. So I put it in a box, sealed it up, put it away until we relocated here. And then now I'm going through everything and getting everything put away and stuff. And lo and behold, I found the books. Okay. There is only one copy of this book out there. That's it. There are no more copies. It is done printing. He told me he's never going to print anymore again. And there's one copy out there. And I think someone's trying to sell it for like $200, something like that. Well, we have 10 of them now. So we're going to put these on sale. 10 items, a collector's item, right? They're brand new. This is the first time open right here. This is the first time open. So this is going to be later. I'm going to put it on auction. We have 10 of them, and I'm going to put them on auction for everybody to enjoy. Okay, so it's a rare collector's item. There's no more printed. It's a nice little fundraiser for us, but a nice tribute to a great pioneer, Olohe Solomon Kaiwalo, and to have 10 books left, and that's something else. So again, we're going to put them all on auction for everybody to enjoy, and hopefully we'll raise a little funds for the museum. That's why he gave it to us to sell here at the museum. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out to you. Okay. And one last thing right here behind me. Okay. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Hold on. Here it is. Hold on. Oh, hold on. That's not it. There it is. Okay. Okay, last thing. Our last thing is our next item up for bid. I know, we got some great items here. Always great to have items here. This is a signed autograph of Boris Jacques on the magazine. Okay. And you say, hey, what is that magazine? This is Martial Art Magazine. This was my magazine in 1983, I think it was, something like that. Oh, it says 86 when it came out, but 1983, I started my own magazine because I was a writer for Inside Kung Fu and Black Belt magazine for a long time, and I started my own magazine. It's not a thick magazine. It's not thick. It's just a thinner one. But I started this magazine back then, and this was my most successful cover of all the covers, and I think it's the coolest cover ever. I think it's the coolest cover in all of the magazines. I really do. Second coolest cover. The one with James Liu and Kerry Ogawa was the best. This is the second best. So this is the one we have. We're putting this for auction. I'm going to put it on the site, and for people to bid on, signed by Boris Jacques, right here. This guy right there. So it's a nice collector's item. There's not many of these left. There's not. There's just a handful of these magazines left. You're not going to find hardly any reprints of these magazines. Hardly any out there. It's okay condition. It's not brand new. It's got a little, folds here, but nothing exciting. But the rest is brand new inside. It's like it's never been looked at. So which is kind of cool. And so anyway, that's going to be up for bid. The autograph cover of Boris Jacques, great man. And we're going to put that up for everybody to enjoy. So anyway, that's it. Okay, the last thing to push. So that's it, everybody. I want to thank you all for tuning in, trying to keep you up to date on what's in the museum. Oh, Robert says, love those old mags. Back in the day, you couldn't wait to get the latest magazine. Great times. They were great. Right over here in front of me, I have about, let's see, 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 500 magazines. There are 500 black belt magazines right there. And behind me in the stack, I got about another 400 magazines right here. So we can, I love the magazines. I really do. I wish they'd come back, but it's impossible to come back today. Before I go, I just want to say this. The magazines were the lifeblood of martial arts. We loved them. That's how we found out what was going on, how we kept in touch with the martial art world and tournaments out there, and Karate Illustrated and Black Belt and Inside Kung Fu. Great magazines. And they were fun to look at and really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the magazines. And I love magazines. And again, I made my own magazine. I love them so much. But, that the internet has come along, and as a former magazine publisher, I know it takes advertising to keep with the magazine. That's it. If you don't have 60 to 70% of ads in a magazine, it's not worth printing. It's just not worth it. And today, people don't need to put ads in the magazine because they have the internet. And that kind of gobbled up the magazines, really, the internet. And I've heard some people trying to restart some magazines, and good luck to them. Good luck for them to try. It was an era, wonderful era in history and all that. And they have tried, but things, common sense wise, it's not wise to do it. I'm just telling you that, because someone's calling. Who is that? I don't know. I will call them back. But anyway, it's a hard thing putting a magazine together, and I applaud anybody making an effort for doing that, But it's a hard thing to put out. But anyway, with that being said, I want to say the magazines were a great time in history. They were wonderful, beautiful. I think Black Belt, I think it's every other month or something, is still out there. So congratulations to you guys for keeping it out there and keeping our history out there. It's very, very nice of you. And but the magazines, I wish they would come back, but it's almost impossible to do because of the advertising. That's what it's about. It's the advertising that keeps the magazines operational. Now, if everything goes through and we raise enough funds and we get a new place, and keep this in mind, everybody, we are trying to do not only fundraisers to keep the museum going, and again, we are 2 years behind, a year and a half behind in funding because of COVID. We couldn't open for a year and a half, and we couldn't have 2 Dragon Fests, and that was our fundraiser. So we're now, a year and a half, almost 2 years behind in funding. Okay, so our funds come in to help us run the museum, and that's what's needed, and help us get a little funds to make improvements, and then put a little away to get the bigger place. Now, we are hoping all these other things goes through and we can get the bigger place, and all this big funding that was hopefully coming through is still going to come through. But in case that doesn't come through, it's up to us, you and me, to make sure this museum is going to be here, and then that way we can grow to a bigger place, and that will help us a lot once we grow, because we have a theater and all that great stuff in there, and have a magazine too that talks about it. Hi, how are you? Good.
Close by, and I was reading the free museum days. Is today the free museum?
Yes, it is.
It is. Oh my gosh, I don't have both kids with me.
Oh, okay.
But is it every Thursday or just the certain Thursdays?
The first Thursday of the month.
Of the month. Okay. Can
Right.
I take one of these?
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now is the first Thursday of the month.
Okay.
And since you are here, excuse me, everybody, I'm talking to my show. No, it's all right. It's a show. It's okay.
I'm sorry.
No. I talk with people who come in all the time while it's going on. That's usual. It's part of the gear here.
Okay.
But go ahead and enjoy the museum.
Okay.
In case you guys didn't know, the first Thursday of every month is from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock. Is free to anybody who wants to visit. So that's what people will enjoy. That way we get listed on the free. Almost every museum does this. So enjoy the museum. It starts to your left, comes around in a circle. Feel free to take pictures, video, whatever you like.
Oh, great. I'm going to do a quick one.
Oh, okay, no problem. Enjoy. Yeah, we give, thank you for holding on. We give free entrance on the first Thursday of the month. We provide this because they will list us on the Auto Club. They will list us everywhere if we have free museum days. So if we add, even if it's a few hours, they will add us onto the listing of the days, museums that are free to see, and there we are listed. So that's why we offer this. That's quick.
But I just want to tell them, but this is very helpful, and the information I appreciate.
No problem. Take care. So anyway, very nice person came in the door asking about our free days. So anyway, that's what's happening with the museum. That's all the information. I want to thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thank you for watching YouTube a little bit more. How cool is that? I want to thank you. And then be sure to look out for our new category of the Amazon store. We're slowly adding things on. We're going to be adding these buttons onto Etsy very soon. And as a last note, guys, it is time to restart my Kung Fu class. I know. I've been putting it off forever, but everybody's been bugging me. So I'm restarting my monkey Kung Fu class, and I'm going to restart that in another few weeks. So yay, got to get in shape. Got to get back in shape. Do some of that Kung Fu again. I enjoyed it. I miss it. I barely do it. And now I'm going to do it all the time. You got to get back into it. I love getting back into Kung Fu. I love Kung Fu. And I just, didn't have the time, but I'm making the time. I'm making the time to do my monkey Kung Fu and start my class again. So that'd be pretty good. Oh, Robert McCullough says, do you have a donation box on the counter? Yes, right here. Right there. Donation box is right there. And people actually put in. And someone said to me, Mike, you put in money in there and people will put it in. And they do. And they said, don't put ones, put some fives in there. And sure enough, people are putting 5s and 10s. We even have $50 bill in there. So that's pretty cool. So people do come in and do that. And some people come in on the free day and they put money in there anyway. That's very nice of them. So anyway, that's great for you. Yeah, thank you, Ron. Thank you so much. Yeah, I need kung fu. I need in my life, and I'm doing that. And I actually picked up my guitar the other day and started strumming on the guitar, which I'm horrible at. I'm horrible at the guitar, but I need to learn it. So I'm going to dedicate. I'm going to make the time. That's it. I'm just making the time and dedicate at least 20 minutes to my guitar and an hour and a half to 2 hours to my kung fu. For each class, and then besides everything else of kung fu during the week. But I'm gonna just push myself and make that time. I need to make that time. I need to do. So anyway. Oh, Robert plays guitar. Cool. I just got a new one. I think it's a Les Paul. No, Fender. I got a Fender. I just got a Fender last year, and this is the second time I picked it up. So anyway, I still don't even know how to tune it. I'm so bad. Anyway, I'm trying to learn. I can strum it. That's what I can do. I can strum it, but that's about it. I'll get on there. I used to be in a band. I was in like 2 bands once, and I played little percussion, not the drums, but other stuff. And then I played bass for a little while. I knew a basic bass. And then the guitar, I enjoy that the most. So I promise to get into it, and then get back into my. I know I'm gonna dedicate. I know I've just got to do it. I got to dedicate. Right now I dedicate at least 5 minutes a day to my Spanish lessons. I've been doing that for a while, and trying to speak, re-speak, and get my Spanish better. And I'm okay. I'm horrible. I can make it through Mexico if you dump me in there. I can say enough Spanish to get me home, but not enough to to hold a great conversation. So I've dedicated 5 minutes a day to Spanish, and I took Japanese for a year and a half, and I'm going to dedicate 5 minutes a day to my Japanese. I enjoy Japanese quite a bit, and I should learn it. After all, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to dedicate it. When I had met with the Japanese consul general many times over his house, he was kind enough to speak in English to me, but he spoke, obviously from Japan, fluent Japanese, which I could not understand enough. So I felt really bad about that. I brought an interpreter with me, my great friend William Chris Ford with me. But next time I go over this house, I want to speak a little bit more Japanese. So I'm gonna make the time to do it. I'm just gonna do it. So anyway. What to say? You can get a tuner there easily. Yeah, I have a tuner on the guitar. There's a tuner on there, but I think the battery went out, and I have no idea how to change it. No idea. I'm looking on YouTube how to change it, and there's nothing on there for that style. So I'm going to take it back to Guitar Center and have them do it. So anyway, and Robert says I need to play mine more. It's easy to neglect. Yeah, it is. It is. No, I got to get into it. I love listening to James Taylor and, all those guys playing the guitar. And I said, I got to get into it. I really enjoyed it. I wasn't very good at it, but I got to know how to strum, and all that pick, they got all that stuff. I got to do it. I had a great time doing it when I was in a band, when I was young, back in as a teenager. Everybody had a band when they're teenagers. Ronan says, I want an electric and I can't play a note. Well, YouTube has been great. I went on YouTube last night, and there was a little thing on picking, on how to do it. And sure enough, I learned a little picking tune. I'm not very good on it, with a bass, and then the 1, 2, 3, and the next string 1, 2, 3, and then the next string 1, 2, 3, and then back to the top 1, 2, 3. So I learned that last night, so that was pretty good. So YouTube has been great. Oh, someone says just go on YouTube. You can learn any tune you want for free. Yep, I got to learn how to do that. I got to learn how to play You've Got a Friend, my favorite song in the whole world by Carole King. I got to learn. That's before I go, I want to learn how to play that song. So got to do it. I'm going to dedicate myself to it. I'm going to dedicate myself to learning the guitar. That's it. Robert says picking is hard. I know, but so many people do it, Funny thing, I was watching the movie Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? With what do you call it? George Clooney, right? And one of the guys they picked up was a guitarist, and he says 5 years ago he never knew how to play the guitar, but now he plays it like a mad demon. He was so good. And I said, look at that. 5 years ago, he didn't even touch a guitar. So if he can do it, we can do it. As Ed Parker would say, if they can do it, I can do it. So same thing. Ed Parker, great man. Love that man. He was very kind to me, helped me out a lot. Can't say enough about the great Ed Parker. Okay, very good. Just like Robert Johnson. There you go. There you go. So anyway, that's it, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I truly appreciate it. Keep watching. Any questions for me? Some people, Robert says some people can take years, some get it in months. Oh, I tell you, my best friend back when I was a teenager was Ruben Perez. Ruben had won the contest of Mr. Teenage America or Teenage California for the best guitar and voice. He was so gifted and talented. And we were in a band together. And he can pick up the guitar and play anything in 2 seconds. He just hears it once and plays it. Killed me. But he was able to do that. So talented. He was able to do that right away. I don't have that talent, but he was so talented. He never did anything with that gift, which is sad to say. He just put away the guitar, never sung again, which was horrible. But anyway, I'd love to pick up the guitar. I'm going to do it. I promise. One day I'll play a tune on here, maybe. So we'll get it. Okay, I think that's it for everybody. Robert says my mate's dad was like B.B. King in months. Couldn't believe it. Here's me plodding along. I know it. I hear these stories of people like in basketball, Magic Johnson and other people that just dedicate themselves to practicing, even though many it has become natural and others have to practice to death. But, whatever way we all get there. And some people are just talented like that, What can you say? So my talent is organization. That's my talent. Design and organization and management. I always enjoyed that. And I've been making videos of encouragement videos and all that. And I talk about these things like this in the video. And I hope people enjoy that as well. That's the thing I also enjoy is public speaking. I really do. My dad got me into it years ago. And I've been in it ever since. I really enjoy public speaking. I've spoken to large audiences that you wouldn't believe. And that's been pretty fun. I haven't never found it intimidating. It's always a blast to do. So I want to keep on doing that and make more videos on YouTube and maybe get some gigs later on. We'll see. Okay. It's Robert. Yeah, many talents, my good friend. Thank you, Robert. And very, very thank you. Robert says I got many talents. What do they say? Necessity is the mother invention. I have invented. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I got something coming out. Okay, it is an invention I made, and it's kind of cool. And I'm gonna put. I got it. My friend. I designed it and everything. My friend. I brought him in to help me make it. So he's gonna partner with me on making it. And a great friend. And we're gonna put that out pretty soon. So it's a new invention. I think it's a necessity that you didn't know you need, but you're gonna say, "Hey, I need that." And so that's going to be coming out real soon. Hopefully, Lori Grenier from the Shark Tank will pick it up and say, that's a great invention. Let me buy that or invest in that or something like that. Who knows? But it's a new invention coming out. I'm going to display. I'm going to show you when I got it done. I got a prototype right here, but I'm not going to show it to you until it's done. Okay. But it's a new invention coming out. And I know if you see it, you're going to say, hey, I should have thought of that. I need one of those. And that's what you're going to say when it comes out. So be prepared. It's going to take a few weeks, but we make a nice, clean prototype. We made a couple prototypes, tweaking it to get it ready, but it's going to come out. We're going to do a GoFundMe account to raise some funds. That way we can buy the materials if we get a lot of orders and all that. but we're going to put that out there for you guys to enjoy, and hopefully it'll, make a little money, help us all out. That'll be great. But it's a great little invention, and I know you guys, I hope you'll enjoy it. I hope you'll enjoy it. It was a necessity that came up right here, and I said, let me figure out how I'm going to meet this need. And voila, I designed something, and I hope it will meet your needs as well. And you say, I wish I had that, and I need that, and you didn't know you needed it before. If that makes any sense. So anyway, we're going to be releasing that in a few weeks. So hopefully you guys will be part of that and help us out with the GoFundMe and get it out there. You get your order in early and all that. So anyway, that's coming up. That's it, everybody. I want to say thank you for tuning in. You've been fantastic. Just cannot say enough about all you wonderful people out there helping me out and making the museum a reality. It comes from the heart, So thank you all for being part of this. I really do. So you guys take care. Have a good night if it's night over there. And have a fantastic day tomorrow or tonight or wherever you plan to go out to eat or whatever. Have a great time. And we will talk again very soon. Okay? Take care, everybody. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Robert says, always a pleasure to see you and being inspired too. There you go. There you go. Thank you so much. Okay? Take care, everybody. Good night.